And good afternoon. If you have just joined us, I'm sitting here with Mr. Martinez, Simon Martinez. I'll mention again, 104 years young, and sitting here with Gillie as well. And we were having a little chat there. You were saying, Simon, that after the war, and after the war effort had been finished, that you might have been a bit nervous about getting jobs. So it was a bit of a worry.
I thought, I asked myself a few questions. I said, well, shall I be able to live among the white people?
Uh-huh.
Will the white people give me digs and jobs? Those are the two principal things.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I went to Dumfriesshire Dairy.
Yep.
Easier, I get a job easier because I was willing to work. And the manager says, and I worked with him for 2 years. Then I heard about another job in Balerno paper mill. For a penny more.
Penny more.
A penny more. I went to John Galloway in Balerno. The manager came to me, he says, what's your name? I'm Sam. And what you doing in Scotland? And where you come from? I explained myself to him. And he said, now, what you looking for? I said, I'm looking for a job. At the moment, I am working with Dumfriesshire Dairy. But I want a little bit more money. If you can give me a little bit more money, which is at least a penny more,
Yep.
I'm willing to work for you. So he says, sure, definitely, you'll get a job. And he says, you can start Monday if you. I says, okay, I'm going to give Dumfriesshire Dairy my notice now, I said to him. And I went back. I had to go back to Dumfries anyway because I had to get my wages there and finish my week. So as soon as I entered the door, the manager came. He said, so you get a job at Balerno? I said, yes, I'll get a job, and I starting on Monday. He said, well, Sam, if you don't like the job in Balerno, come back here, your job is open for you. That's where I started to realize that I can live.
You can live here quite happily.
Quite happily.
So you decided to stay, but you never ever returned. You never went back to Belize.
I went back to Belize once since.
Uh-huh.
I went back for a holiday.
Yeah.
And but since then, I see all the changes. But I come back. I never went back again.
Did you find
I've been enjoying the rest of my life up to now.
Well, this became your home, and
Yes,
and
I
this
make myself comfortable, not miserable. I got a wife, got children,
Uh-huh.
grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
fantastic.
I'm well established now.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Well established at 104. Well done. Now, we've had a message in from Paul. Thank you very much, Paul, for getting in touch. And that's actually been very successful today because Paul's dad came over as part of the effort from Belize. And his uncle, Ernest Phillips, you remember Ernest, don't you? Ernest Phillips?
Yes, I know Ernest Phillips very well. I know him very well because I knew him from home.
Uh-huh.
He was educated at the St. John's College back home, Ernest Phillips.
Yeah.
Was a very educated boy.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic. Now, what we've done is we've put Paul in touch with Gillie, and we've passed all that on. Now, as you're saying there, Simon, it's great to have you set your roots here, and you have your family, your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, and Scotland is your home, and but there's still a lot of work that people like Gillie and other people are doing to help your own home folks back in Belize as well. Gillie, could you tell us a bit about that?
Well, myself and my partner, Carolyn Wellington, who Simon was a great friend of Duke, as he was known, Wellington at the time. She actually, just after he died, 2010, she thought she was going to put something back into Belize, for the children especially, because she has experience with working with kids and stuff. So she opened up and put together the BYSM, which is the Belize Youth Support Network. I'm involved with that too as an executive and also a son. And what we're trying to do is to give the protection and well-being of the young people of Belize. Because as you know, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and if we can sort of help them out in any way, support, try to get into as many other charitable organisations to give them sort of referral systems and all that sort of stuff to the kids. Because I remember I had the chance last year to go across. It was fantastic to actually go across. Carlton, who just went across there just now, he went to a place called the Liberty Foundation, who deal with abused children, young, and also abandoned children. And they have a place over there, and the founder of that was Marcella Delea, and that was opened up in 2003. And it is a registered charity at the moment, you know. But they opened the doors in 2006, I think it was, so 2005. And they're dealing with up to 45 children per day, per week. And they're doing great jobs. We are now trying to get in touch with them. We will be part of their sort of charitable organisations. That's what we're trying to do. Later on in the programme, I can give out the actual contacts that we can get in contact with us to do, to get people in, you know.
We'll do that.
Just put it back.
And well, it's good that, you know, I suppose from my thoughts, you know, 900 men are taken away from their families, you know, and brought over here as part of the effort.
Taken away. It was requested. They chose to come
requested,
and chose to come
but there's still an extraction, I suppose, from a country, and you're taking away family members. Many people like Simon have decided to stay, but you know,
father.
And your father as well. But you know, to give something back again to the country in Belize, you know, to try and help out. The youth network's a great idea.
It always will be a good idea, and like I say, it's a non-profit organisation. Carolyn, my partner, she's got a lot of hard work into it to sort of dealing with that, and to trying to get people to think about what they can do to help the children. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff you can actually do. There's Clothes for Charity, which is going to their site, which I'll give out later on, that they can get in contact with us, and you just follow the instructions. Ask for bags, fill the bags up, send it away. It gets weighed. Whatever that money then gets to put towards the charity.
Excellent. Well, we're going to play another couple of tunes, and then we're going to come back and we'll have our final wee chat, and we can talk again to Simon, and we can talk about the effort.